Classic matchup. We've seen quite a few times. I tend to think that it's a little bit Ottoman favored, at least solely because the statistics show that they win roughly around 70% of the time, which is pretty good. And we'll see what happens here. Look Tom versus Peediin. This is a best of one, and it is Look Tom versus Peediin. Ottomans versus Spanish. Pretty classic matchup. This map allows a bunch of different options. There it is completely possible to wall even this middle crossing here, so you can wall all of it with three small wall segment areas. You can additionally wall in your base if you'd prefer to do that. You can. It doesn't take a whole lot to do that. You have start with 2 hunts and looks like 1 mine actually. No, 2 mines. Okay. Just confirm that the map is pretty fair. Appears to be so. Ottoman starting with a TP. And as is expected, Spain goes forward to harass also. And he does get the TP down, but Peediin does not snare him, interestingly enough. It's interesting he sent his Vil forward there. He does save his Explorer. That I think Peediin should have got in and tried to finish it off. Like, yeah, sure, TC might have been garrisoned and some fire done onto your Explorer, but even if that did happen, that's a lot of idle time, and it's going to delay your opponent aging a lot. We'll look at the decks now. Ottoman deck is in, and it is all the crates in H2. 5 Janissaries, 3 Hussar. Also has the artillery attack upgrade or card. 3 Vils and 4 Vils. 4 Vils is an unexpected shipment for sure. Does have ATP, worth noting. Does have 1k coin and several military shipments. Does have a fort wagon also. Does not have a 1k wood. That's something we see fairly often from Ottoman's players. Look at the rest of it. Doesn't have 8 Hussar, but pretty decent deck all in all. Looking over at Spain's deck, he does have Conquistador. Interesting card, for sure. And it looks like they're fighting over this treasure here, and I think Look Tom got it. Yeah, Look Tom does. And he, it looks like he's going to get away. Nicely done. Really well done from Look Tom. 17 HP left on that. And the Explorer is going to go down, possibly. If Peediin was paying attention, he would fire onto Look Tom. There, the War Dog is coming over to finish it off, though. So, good stuff from him. Really good micro from both players, honestly. They're both majors, for anyone curious. Double racks incoming? Yep. I figure on, could be. 17, 18 age villa, 7 rods after 700 wood. Yeah, double racks is a possibility for sure. The Spanish deck, you never know what's going to happen here either. Lots of different options available. Both civilizations they have similar build orders, if you will. They can both kind of put pressure. H2, Ottoman definitely better than Spain in H2 though. When it comes to H3, Both of them are good FF civs, very good FF civs. They are Spain. Spain has some options. They're pretty comparable. Spain has Lancers. Ottoman has Spahi. Um, yeah, they also have Revolt as an option, so Age 4. All of those are options. We'll see what they go with. Double Janrax, though. Really, really nicely done. And Peediin not seeing it. This was really good positioning by him. So, double Janrax out of the way. The War Dog does not scout it. He does kill the hunts, so if Peediin is paying attention, he will see that that it's down. And I think he did see it. Yeah, he saw that the hunt was killed. That's a shame. If Luke Tom had not killed the hunts, then perhaps it would have been even better if he had 2 less villagers on coin and everything else on food. Would have been really nice to see that. Quick question. Is the stream blinking in and out for you guys? I don't think it is, but just wanted to ask you guys that. Let me update this real quick. Alright, so Luke Tom pushing forward Janissaries. Peediin knows that it's incoming. The outpost is sitting behind. I like that choice a lot. The outpost is a lot less HP than the TC. It is 6,500 HP compared to 2,000. The outpost behind is also going to provide fire onto the Janissaries without having it as exposed. So it's a good choice. Additionally, it's you can ship to it, of course, also. Perhaps having it in front with a wall around is another option. Lots of Janissaries coming in here. That is 22, now 21 Janissaries. Perhaps let's look at military units for you guys. It is 20 Janissaries, 5 coming in from the shipment, and a really, really hard push from him. We do see villagers taking out the Explorer of Luke Tom on the side there. And lots of Janissaries coming in. I think that he did send Colonial Militia, so doing a lot of damage to those Janissaries. 210. He does two-shot them. He could have a couple less villagers in there, and he would still two-shot them. So perhaps that's a bit of a mistake, if you will. One thing that's worth mentioning is having the TC forward would cause the TC to not go down as easily. So it goes down, the FF it does not work, and it is a GG. And Luke Tom wins it. So game number 1, or the game goes over to Luke Tom. And so well played. Double Rex Tom builds. Yep. Where they go. Peediin taking your energy. Yep. And we'll get into the next game shortly. Let me get the overlay for you guys. Let me look at the post-game stats for you really quick. We look at the military tab there. It's pretty self-explanatory what happened. Like, extremely obvious. But we'll just look at it for the viewers anyways. Villager pop, military pop, and resources gathered. It's interesting to see that. Peediin not gathering anything. He even had villagers. He just sent them off to the side. He knew that it was all about this. So, all right. I'm going to get out of this, and we are going to be waiting on the next game. Going to be in just a bit. All right, we have the next game for you guys. It is Conquer 999 versus Riot Coke. As you guys have probably heard, as you guys probably know, Conquer 999 is pretty good. Riot Coke, pretty decent himself, but perhaps a bit of an outmatch. A bit outmatched. The map is Fraser River once again, and the civs, I didn't see what both of them were. One is French, and we'll see what the next one is in just a moment. French versus Germans. All right, French versus Germans. We'll see what happens here. Could be some pretty interesting gameplay. Conquer 999 versus Riot Coke. The map is Fraser River. We talked about the map in the last match, but yeah, it is. There's good crossing. You can wall all of it. You can also wall your base. It's a very easy. It's one of the better maps for doing an FF type of strategy or a defensive type of strategy, turtling, whatever you want to do. It is worth noting there is only 2 hunts and 2 mines on your plateau. If you want more, you have to branch out to the rest of the map. You can also, instead of walling just your, let's say if Conquer wanted to wall his own base, instead of walling just the plateau, he could wall from the plateau to the river right here, and then just wall this crossing, and he'd have an additional hunt and an additional mine that was inside the walls. We'll see what the players go for. It is a TP start for both players, a wood start, in fact. So 200 wood from both players, and they both get a TP as is expected. And we'll see what happens in a bit. All right, so we saw last game. It was double racks rush with Ottomans and Spanish just falling behind. One thing about Spanish is they do not have the option to age up fast to the other side. We do see that some good treasures have been picked up. Conquer picked up 20 coin. Riot takes 20 coin out of the opponent's base, and 90 coin picked up by Conquer. So that's a nice pickup right there. Looking around, Riot Coke is going to take 40 wood. That's 40 wood is always really nice to grab, and he should probably pick up that 20 coin also. He's picking up the treasures off of the opponent's side first, and then he's going to go back to his side. So well done by him. He's not going after the 20 coin. That is interesting. I think he probably should, but hey, 20 coin is 20 coin. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. Looking at everything else, that's why you don't FF against auto. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice spy card. Wait, what? Does he? Oh, he has assassins. Nice. That is actually, if the opponent went for mercenaries, that would be really, really effective. And Riot Coke could go for it, for sure.
Yes.
Mito had a deck called I Hate Kaiser. So that's actually a really, really nice card. It's going to make them do even more damage versus it's going to do exceptional damage. I believe spies have either 20 or 40 times multiplier base damage versus heroes. But having the base damage plus 100% is really big. And then plus 5 is just going to add that much more damage to mercenaries and heroes. So really, really nice if Germany goes for mercs. That would be a really, really nice touch from him. From what I know, I think he was expecting to go mercs too. So that one card could do a lot towards denying the whole strategy from Riot Coke. We'll see what he goes with. Fast Industrial is a possibility. I know he's talked about that before. FF is very expected. Versus France, there's a few options. We'll see what the players go for. Neither player is sending villagers forward, just a market and base. And they are getting up. Hunting dogs coming in for Conquer right now. And Riot Coat getting Plaster Mines. Plaster Mines for Germany is really good if you're going either DOPS or Ulan because they're so coin heavy. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. Looking good for sure. All right. Gathering a bit of coin, mostly food. The 400 wood from Age Up coming in right now. And Riot Coke will be aging in just a bit himself. He is macroing pretty close for an FF. But perhaps he's... Well, we'll see what he's going for. He has Hunting Dogs and Plaster Mines. The Conqueror getting Steel Traps right now. He already has Plaster Mines. Pretty sure Riot Cook is sending 3 Settler Wagons. That is 10 population, and that's the only card that would do that. So 29 out of 20 indicates that that is what he sent. Looking over at Conquer 999, he has 21 out of 40 pop. He sent 3 CDB into 4 CDB as is expected. And yeah, he does start with a stable. Both players start with a stable. The Ulans, we'll see if we can compare the Hussar and Ulan HP and attack for you guys pretty soon. Good treasure pickup by Riot Coke there. Thanks, Harris, Comrade Commissioner, Comrade Commissar. I'm pretty sure that that was on the other stream, and it just shows it on this stream too. But nice $5 donation saying "Go Harrison, go!" And let's see, the Ulan passed the Explorer. That would have been a nice pickup. He is going for the Scout though. That's a really nice pickoff. The Scout can provide invaluable information, going stealthy and getting right on top of where the opponents are. That's actually really, really nice. That's not worth as much as a bill necessarily, but vision and knowing what your opponent is up to can make a big difference. So one could argue, and he does get a bill, a little bit of the bumping on that bill. So Riot Coke off to a really good start there. And he still has 2 Ulan chasing down the Explorer. No cab out from Conqueror yet. Let's see. What's he doing? Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. Why does he have so little resources? Oh, he hit H3. Duh. Yeah, okay. He hits H3. Looking good for him. And yeah. Sword OP. Yeah. And we see Riot Coke is doing really well. Has a lot of Ulan out. We see that France did a straight FF, a naked FF, if you will. Did build a stable, but did not build any units. And Goons coming out now. Those Ulans, unless the Goons are microed poorly, the Ulans should do really, really well. And they come forward right now. Take out 1 Ulan. Well, the Goons are faster than Ulan, 7.25 speed. The Ulan, 6.75. So they should get some nice shots off for sure. And lots of the Ulan going down for free. Riot Coke is just about to hit H3. He aged up fast. So nicely done. The Ulan do make it out. And yeah, that's good to see. Their barracks was built by Riot Coke. So at this point, I would kind of expect skirmishers and goons from both players. An additional barracks coming down, and an additional stable, and then also a barracks already being there. That's a really nice touch from Conquer. It's a little bit peculiar building a second stable though. I'm not sure why you'd do that. You're not gonna in this matchup. You're not gonna be building too many goons. Skirmishers just do so much better versus them. It is perhaps he's wanting to get Gendarme out though. That is an option. We'll see what he does. Skirmishers come out, take a good shot onto those goons, and should maybe get a second shot. Does not. All right, so the Ulan coming in from behind. That could have been okay to snare and get some extra shots on them, but he does not do that, saving them for the possible falconets coming out soon. Perhaps that's why he was sitting around there. If there were falconets coming forward, the Ulans would be able to pick them off, and that would be a really nice touch. But he does not do so. Wake up, Izas. Are you... Yeah. Yeah. I am tired, but really long stream coming in. I'm in the middle of my 24-hour stream for anyone curious. And I am casting 6 hours of the iNcog Cup. So, yeah. The skirmishers come forward. Ulans come forward. Some war wagons come forward. And both players send the 8 skirmisher shipment. We see that Germany has 2 TPs. Does have higher eco, recalculated eco pop. 34 to 31 currently. Pretty even on military pop. But as you may know, Germany's population, their military units are not quite as pop efficient as France's. Looking at the military unit tab, we see it is 13 skirmishers and 13 goons versus 15 skirmishers, 11 Ulan, and 6 war wagon. So looking good for Riot Coke here, honestly. He's ahead economically. The 2 falconets are what basically France has as an advantage over Germany in Age 3. Germany does not have 2 war wagon shipment. They do have 12 Jaeger shipment, so that could be a nice touch, but he has not sent that yet. Now it looks like the players are coming forward here, and a little bit of fighting coming on. The falconets unpack. Do not get a shot off. Well microed from Riot Coke. Well done from him. Now he knows what's going on. Let's see what his reaction is. It could be just using war wagons to snipe. Perhaps hoping to get some lucky Ulan shots. Otherwise, it's just going to be probably... I don't know what else you do besides that. Shipping Black Riders could be a good way to get those down, but we'll see. Yeah. The TP does go down here, or is going to go down, it looks like. And he's just gathering the mines off this edge of the map here. I wonder if he's going to go for the other TP, because that's kind of out of the way. If he does so, there could be a tactical opportunity for Riot Coke. We'll see what he does. So Conquer pushing in now. The TP goes down. Some villagers are a little bit exposed, and they're gonna go down pretty soon. Robo Boro, thanks for the sub. Looks like 1 villager goes down, and a second one goes down now too. So well done from Conquer. The falconets are just such a game changer. They have more range than everything else, and the next longest range thing is the skirmishers, and the skirmishers get countered by the cannons. We see that he's using the cliff to his advantage, making sure he does not get doesn't get flanked and get the Ulan in on top of them. Ulan getting a nice raid onto some cav over here. The goons coming forward. And he's going to pick off another Vil. Looking back, he is taking out some more houses. And he does get onto the goons with 1 Ulan, but the other ones are just sitting back. So the fight here is what it's all about, though. War wagons coming in do take down one of the falconets. And Black Riders war wagons do really well there. There's not enough skirmishers. That's what I think was a mistake, going double stable. You don't want to have too many goons versus Germany. It's not a... They're not going to be building too many Ulan. They will have some, of course, but and you need to have some goons out. But really, really good stuff from Ro32 out. He is ahead economically, ahead militarily, ahead on the TP line. It's just really, really good from him. Looking really, really, really good. All right, looking at the rest of the match here, we see that Conquer hasn't really branched out too much to his outside of the plateau. He's just now doing so. He is out of coin and has been for a little bit, so he's not going to have more units pumping out right now. Look at units in queue, see what he has. He has 5 skirmishers and 2 gendarmes. He is getting onto mine now. Ooh, if Ro32 found those the mine, is he gonna go scout it? If he sent just 1 unit over there, that would be so huge. That's so many CDB. Conqueror at this point is pretty far behind. He feels it, and he knows that if he just needs to take some risks. So he focuses on getting a bunch of villagers out onto coin, and just realizes, you know, I'm behind. I need to take some risks. If I just play it super safe, I'm just going to lose. And so he leaves those CDB there. They are not protected at all, but Ro32 does not find them. We see that Ro32 just sent the Jaegers, 12 Jaeger shipment, very strong card, and going to be very effective versus everything that France has. No one has built an artillery foundry yet, so that is an interesting thing for sure. The skirmishers and the goons come forward due to the courtesy of the scout there, and Ro32 gonna lose some villagers. Let's see what he does with his army. He's pushing in with his army at the moment now. All right, so gonna lose a lot of villagers there. Ro32 knowing that that he needs to make something happen right now, so he's moving in on the opponents. He may find some of these CDB here. He's moving behind. He's a little bit indecisive. Kills a couple goons, and he's going forward with all his units for sure. Yeah, some more villagers sitting out here. If he takes down the whole infrastructure, it could be pretty bad, but villagers matter a whole lot. We see that the economic population advantage is over to Conqueror now, 40 to 31. Military over to Ro32. We'll see if he can make it happen. What is he doing with his... That was interesting. A pop of... Okay, more war wagons coming in. I was going to say a pop of gendarme on top of that mass could be really nice. Jaegers on the way. Yep. The Jaggers. The Jaegers on the way. Very strong unit. For anyone curious, the veteran skirmisher that that Germany has right now is 144 HP, 18 attack, 30% range resist. The let's see, the Jaeger 250 HP, 30 attack, and 40% range resist. So just really, really good unit. And the skirmishers come forward. The goons, that's a lot of gendarme. A whole lot of gendarme. We'll see what happens in the midst of this fight. Really good. Micro is really, really important from Ro32 here. If he can kill off a lot of these gendarmes, then perhaps he'll take the fight. But it's looking really, really good for Conquer, and he's going to take this fight. I think he's going to take this fight. Those war wagons are not killing them all off. He calls it. GG.